County side session, Honorable Mayor Tom Huff presiding. Please remove all hats, turn all cell phones and majors off, please, and thank you.
All right, welcome. We will come to order. We're going to have our prayer and pledge, and our prayer will be done, of course, tonight by Commissioner Jackie Saint, if you would please.
Okay, bow with me. Lord, thank you again for this day and all you've given us. Thank you for allowing us to be here tonight and conduct the business of this county. We pray for wisdom and guidance on every decision made here tonight. Forgive us where we fail you, Lord. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Mr. Jackie, please, sir.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Take your seat, please. All right, we're certainly glad to see so many people here tonight. Go ahead. Madam Clerk, if you would, please. Deputy Clerk, if you would, let's go ahead and have roll call.
Bell.
Here.
Glover.
Here.
DeBerry.
Here.
Gatlin.
Here.
Dillon.
Here.
Franklin.
Here.
Hensley.
Here.
Jenkins.
Here.
Kenmore.
Here.
Lake. Here. Lanier.
Here.
Miller. Here. Zane.
Here.
Biggers.
Here.
Wings.
Here.
Wright.
Here. Full quorum. Anybody for our public comments? Nobody signed up on their comments. All right, Commissioners, we have in our packet, last month, minutes that you received. Had a chance to review those. See if there's any corrections.
Move to approve. Second.
All right, motion been made, who did second? Second. Commissioner Hill. All right, motion been made, second. Any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. All right. Motion passes. We have received notaries.
So moved, Fred. Second.
Motion been made, second to approve the notaries. Any discussion on the notaries? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, like sign. All right, now we'll move into reports from our officials, from our county officials, and our departments, committees. And Dr. Smith, could you just come up first, please, ma'am? Good evening.
Tonight, we are bringing our fiscal year 26-27 budget. We're bringing the general purpose 141, the cafeteria 143, and capital improvement fund 177. As I told in the work session last night, I kind of want to preface this with some background on our revenues, particularly from the state. We're fortunate this year that we were under a hold harmless and under what they call a funding floor, that our revenues were not decreased. That was some special things that were passed in legislation, and it's year to year. So it's a concern for the next 2 or 3 years, but this year we're very thankful for the funding that we did. We're also thankful for the county for working with us to not decrease or swap pennies this year as well. That's a really big help to us with our revenues. Because our expenditures, as you well know, what the world is doing and what the economy is doing, the cost of everything has increased exponentially. And I'll get into that in a minute, but if you look at your packet, I'll go through the revenues first. As you can tell, the first 9 or 10 things there, those are numbers for the county, that the county gives us. There are a couple of things I want to point out. The TISA, that is our state funding. That's our state funding amount. Early childhood education, that is our pre-K grant, so that is money that comes in from the state that we just pay out as it is. That grant also, we're having to supplement now because it doesn't pay 100% of it. Other state education funds, that's something we get for being a small school district. So the total revenues in is $36,112,472. Questions on the revenue side? Alright, the next page are the proposed expenditures. Let me give you a couple of the things that have really been difficult this year. We have 3 or 4 grants that have not been approved yet. So they are in the budget. Some of that can come out, some of it may not, we just don't know at this point. Buses. When I came in 4 years ago, bus was $92,000. The bus that we have asked for an estimate on this year, $178, and that's on sale. So that's a big expenditure. We've got 3 buses in here. That was an increase from about 150 last year to 475,000 this year. Textbooks. Each year we have different adoption cycles. Last year, or this current year, was health and wellness. That's a very small adoption because it's just one class. This upcoming year is social studies. It's K-12. It's a tremendous number of textbooks. Our textbook fund alone increased $420,000. So that's the 2 major pieces of the expenditures. A couple of other things, TCRS rates went up. Our property and casualty insurance was 25%. We were able to build in a 4% cost of living rate. We didn't have that full in there last year. We have to get our teachers from 48,000 beginning year to 50,000. That's about a little over 4%. That's where the 4% came. If we're gonna do it for our beginning teachers, we're gonna do it for all of our teachers.
And that's state law.
That state law is 50,000. And the state does not provide all the funding to make that happen. Health insurance. You'll hear later, you have a concern with health insurance as well. Ours, we budgeted 7%. We have been told it's going to be about 10%. So that's a major concern. Our health insurance cost right now is $3.8 million. And we do not have non-insurance coverage, employer paid coverage. Ours is anywhere from 55 up. So those are some of the major pieces of the expenditures. If you look at the bottom, you see the estimated revenue under expenditures is $494,997. We're counting on the other piece of that being our property tax cushion where we can only budget 92%. The county does a great job and usually collects about 98%. So that's a big chunk that will go toward this deficit. And then of course, if you add up the textbooks and buses alone, that's the number you need. We've been able to do this without cutting support positions. And that was very important to us. We haven't cut teacher positions, we've moved some things around, but all the positions of support is still there. And we're very thin, we're very much aligned with our numbers, and that's something that we really work hard for because that allows us to continue supporting the services that we do. Any questions on our general purpose?
I have a question, Dr. Smith. You said, the pre-K grant, it used to be 100%. What percent is it? What percent does it pay now?
It pays 100%, but a lot of those teachers have gone up on the scale, and that grant didn't take into account that moves up to 50,000. We've had that same amount for like 1 year.
What is the, enroll,
3,007.
is it over that?
It's down some, we talked about this last night too. We're graduating about 225 students, we're getting in 125. Our enrollments coming into kindergarten are not matching what we're graduating. And that's been the case, a trend for 3 or 4 years.
What does, operation of plan, maintenance of plan, what's the plan, what is it?
Operation is, property insurance, utilities, things like that. Maintenance is tires, equipment for the actual maintenance department.
But the plan is the actual.
It's the district.
The whole district, okay, all right, thank you.
Yeah, we've had a lot of discussions about the maintenance, of course, me and Bobby have talked about this too as well, about the maintenance issue and things. Hinges, something we wouldn't think about now, it used to be $1, now it's $3, whatever it is. So many things have gone up.
Dr. Smith, I have a question. You said that the health insurance might go up to 10%. So will you have to cut something if that happens, or?
We'll figure something out. And we won't know that actual number for our police, when they need to send us that percentage.
since implementation? I mean, as far as retention of students?
Not really. Our trends are absolutely mimicking the trends of almost every district in the state. I read something the other day, there's only 17 districts in the state that are not experiencing enrollment decreases.
Dr. Smith, do you have a restricted fund for technology? Is it totally restricted, let's say like an upgrade or your computer systems or anything like that? It would be considered
Yeah, for
reserved.
some of our fund balances,
Yes.
but it's not reflected in this budget.
But you take a percentage from that fund balance and use it for a restricted fund.
That's our Chromebook rotation.
Yeah.
We do 3 grades each year.
Okay, gotcha. That's, yeah.
And this is year 26, you figure we got those in 21, we've fully rotated and we're in our second phase. I've got 3, you won't take it separate. It's got 141 cafeteria and capital improvements.
As far as board education, would you do it for first reading, right?
Alright, we can move on to the next page, is Fund 143, Central Cafeteria. A caveat with this is we still do not have our reimbursement rate, we're using the same rate we're currently at. If that changes, we'll have to do some changes here. A lot of this comes out of USDA commodities, but if you look, on the second page, we are estimating to be under budget $9,803. Any questions on 143?
And we still, lunches and breakfast still will be free for all
Yes.
students.
All right, the last page is Fund 177. This is our education capital improvement fund. This is the fund that we're doing the restroom renovations out of. We'll take most of that cost. This budget is just simply in that line item, education capital projects.
What schools were them again?
Baldwin Elementary, Baldwin Central, and Wilson High.
Thank you.
Those are our 3 budgets.
Make a motion to approve all 3, budgets as presented.
All right, motion been made. Who's second? Okay, thank you. All right, any discussion for Dr. Smith this time, please? All right, seeing none, we need to have a roll call vote, please. Madam Clerk, if you would. Deputy Clerk.
Bell,
Yes.
Bufford,
Yes.
DeBerry,
Yes.
Gatlin,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Grant,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Kenneth,
Yes.
Lane. Yes. Lanier,
Yes.
Miller.
Yes.
Stain,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Wings,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
We appreciate the partnership we have with them. Appreciate everything you've done.
Thank you, Dr. Smith.
Mr. Mayor, may I say something? Dr. Smith, thank you for all the work that you do. And I want to say this, I am biased because 31 years ago today, Dr. Smith and I crossed the stage, walked the stage at BCHS, and I'm extremely proud of the work that you're doing, extremely proud of you, so.
I appreciate it.
Thank you a lot.
Very much. Thank you.
You graduated today.
Thank you, Lisa.
We're telling our age though.
Gatlin doesn't look.
Ms. Hammer, do you have anything for the county report?
Well, I just want to thank you first of all for telling me about the budget workshop last night. I hate that I didn't get here sooner to hear more of it, but it was very informative. We have certified the first election for the year, and we're working on the second one already, and I want to thank the budget committee tonight for welcoming and listening to what I have to say. So thank you all for the work you do.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Hammer. Ms. Lily, do you have anything?
I don't think so.
All right. At this time, I tell you, I would like to move into our state. We have a state official here. We're honored to we have his presence here with us tonight. We welcome you, Representative Shaw, if you would, please come in.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, thank you for being here.
Honorable Mayor, to all of the commissioners, let me thank you all for what you do. I really appreciate your hard work. I do. I am one person who realizes the work that you do is very important. Thank you for taking care of Hardeman County, which is home and where I live. Thank y'all so much for that. May I ask me to come by and just kind of give a quick report, and I want to just basically dwell on Hardeman County. I won't get into all the district about some of the things that we've been able to do over the last session, and especially one thing in particularly that I know everybody's excited about is that we got the downtown redevelopment grant extended for another 10 years. And I know everybody want to know about that. In fact, we've got 12 years left now because we had it until 28, and it's extended from 28 for 10 more years. So for the next 12 years, we'll be able to continue to get the state funding or shared state funding for the downtown revitalization program here in Baltimore. And surely that's going to warrant us getting a home table. And I think everybody's going to be excited about that for sure. And we're looking forward to that. Another thing I wanted to report tonight to you all as commissioners that you can be proud of, that over in Middleton, state has given Middleton a building grant for their library, $75,000. They're going to be adding on to that new library over in Middleton, and that is another plus for us here in Hardeman County. And also the city of Baltimore has been awarded $358,000+ for the Sand Beach Lake project. That is going to be another project that we know that's going to warrant bringing people into Baltimore and making Hardeman County a proud place to come and visit and to live. Talked about the downtown redevelopment grant. Lone Oaks, ladies and gentlemen, and you all are representatives of this county. You've got a jewel in this county, in Lone Oaks, a jewel. You're getting ready to see traffic from all over the world coming to Hardeman County. The watershed program, the largest 4-H camp in the United States. The gun range is going to pull people from all over. It's already pulling people, but it's going to really pull a lot of people from all over the country to come to Baltimore, Tennessee, Hardeman County. And we're really excited about that. And the watershed program, which is something new that comes through UT, we voted on that this year. And it's a lot about it I don't understand, but from what I understand, it could draw 1 million people over a period of 3 or 4 years to Hardeman County. So that's going to be really a great program for us to be proud about. Western Mental Health is going to get their new kitchen this year. They're going to start late this fall, getting started with construction, and hopefully within a couple of years, we'll have a brand new kitchen out at Western Mental Health Institute as well. Whiteville Fire Department has received $100,000 for their fire department in Whiteville. That's going to upgrade their services, which is very well needed, and hopefully cooperate with the rest of the county and making sure that we all stay safe when it comes to fires. The Allen White project, which is a Rosenwald School project. It's a project that the late Mr. Ellen Robinson started before he passed on. It's going to be a museum. You know, Allen White, the school itself burned, so they're going to put a museum there, and hopefully can get all of the paraphernalia and things that was at Allen White in that museum to show what the Allen White School was like. We finally got that project. We got $2 million to build that project, and that is going to start. They should already start the construction, but I know by the first of the year before the construction is going to start on that project as well. Hardeman County Emergency Service got a few dollars. I didn't get the exact amount, but I know they got a few dollars for help with the emergency service. The governor vetoed the bill we passed for it to allow them to raise rates. And I did vote for that because I realize how important 911 is. A lot of people complain about how much it costs, but when you got a family member that's sick, you don't think about cost. You think about getting them to a hospital or wherever you need to get them to as quick as you can. And I think the emergency service and all of the services in Hardeman County are vital to us. So I did vote for that, but the governor vetoed that bill. It did not pass. And one of the things that I think one thing all of these projects have in common, and that is they are all in Hardeman County. And I really encourage you all, if I may, Mr. Mayor and Commissioners, work the city, the county, DevCo and everybody work together to make Hardeman County a better place to live. We got one of, and I'm not saying it because she's in the building, but we got one of the best school systems in the state of Tennessee. I put it up against anybody. We can be proud of what we got. We got so much to work with and work for. So I'm really excited about getting into my retirement and coming home and driving around the county, just looking at some of these projects and waving and saying, how y'all doing? I do want to mention a couple of the things that I think is important for us is that, you know, we got Blue Oval in the Brownsville area of the district now. For sure, Blue Oval is here to stay. They'll start building, start production, that is, late 27 and 28. That project was set back. It's a political piece that nobody will talk about, and I'm not going to get into it either, but I can tell you that Forward has invested over $90 million in Haywood County already in the Boys and Girls Club and the school system, and other systems, so we can be for sure that Blue Oval is alive and well. I also want to remind you about McKellar Airfield, another project that we worked very hard with the other representatives up in Madison, is McKellar Airfield. You can now catch a 50-passenger jet at McKellar Airfield and fly to Atlanta and connect and go anywhere in the world. You don't have to drive to Memphis anymore. And think about the street parking. Don't cost you anything to park. And of course, I understand that they're working on getting a flight out to Chicago real soon. So much is coming near us and to us. And I'm excited about what's coming, and I'm excited about the future of Hardeman County. And I think we can expect great things to continue here in Hardeman County for sure. And I think the last thing that I need to tell you is that TDOC, the city of Bolivar, has been awarded, I think, I think I told you that $358,000 for the maintenance on Sand Beach, so we're excited about that as well. And I'm excited to be in Hardeman County. With that, I'll take any questions you all may have.
How long have you served?
I have served, thank you for asking, I've served will have served 26 years at the end of this term. And my last bill that was passed was the Ag Innovation Bill. It was named after me. The state named it the Johnny Shaw Ag Innovation Bill. That's going to teach people how to grow their own food in future, how to do their own gardens, community gardens, etc., and so forth. It has $1 billion fiscal note on it, and it's an ongoing project. So if you want to know how to raise some food for yourself, ask for the Johnny Shaw Innovation Ag Bill, and it will teach you how to grow your own food. And I never grew anything in my whole life. But I was honored that the state named that bill after me as my last year in service. But I've served 26 years, and for the 26 years that I've served on the finance budget for 26 years. So I've helped put together 26 state budgets, and these budgets now are over $50 billion. So I can imagine what you go through, and I know what it's like. But it's about working with people and getting things done. If somebody got another idea, I don't care, as long as we make the state of Tennessee a great place, as well as here in Hardeman County. I just want to see us grow and do well. But I think it's important, some of my colleagues, I often talk to and tell them how important it is to vote for the budget. Because if you vote against the county budget or state budget, you voted against everything in that county. And while it may be something on it, in that budget you don't like, but there's so many things in that budget that's gonna help you, like the roads and everything else, and education and other things. So we don't wanna vote against our budgets, we wanna vote to make them better. And that's what I've done for the past 26 years.
I thank you for your service, 26 years.
Thank you all.
Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for your service. I'm going to tell something, some people may not know, he's part of the Shaw Singers, world famous Shaw Singers, travel all over the world. His music's been played all over the world.
Well, I gave them the name.
That's right. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. All right. Thank you, Representative. All right, we'll move on. If you see in your packet, there is a proposal. Let's see, we have the right-of-way proposal and agreement. They're gonna start working on the, Same Road Bridge, and this proposal comes in from the state, for them to get started about the easements. And this is, usually mandatory to get started within the county. They asked for us to sign this proposal. You ever had a chance to look at that?
Mr. Mayor, I think Mr. Swift not here. Concerned about this is where we're gonna put some Powell Chapel River Bridge project.
Where's
Is
this?
this something that's
Okay.
gonna be way down the road or where we stand on this?
Yes, sir, I'm not sure on the Powell Chapel, I just know on this one for the same road.
My concern is that they're trying to jump this gun.
Mr. Chair. Commissioner DeBrey, I spoke with Casey because he's not here tonight, he's at a conference in Gatlinburg, but I believe they are gonna put that one in front of the power check. I believe that's what he told me.
Don't seem right to put a 1965 bridge in front of a 1950 bridge across Hatchet River.
Call him to confirm that, but I believe that's what he told me.
Did he say they have that maybe second on the list, or?
I believe so.
Okay.
What about the time frame for us?
Yeah, I'm not sure on the completion date. This is just to get it started with the easements.
I'm not sure both of those are state aid.
Both of them are state aid.
Maybe, yeah. So it's at their discretion, I guess, unless they change their mind.
Yeah.
Well, no doubt it's needed, I mean, that bridge is nice and nice, I guess we don't have a choice, but I mean, it don't seem right for a big run of the road.
All right, is there any more questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made, second. Any questions on the motion? All right. Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign. And we do need to have a record of the first and second on that, we have to turn that into the state for the resolution, because it is a state project. Moved back into the federal project. So we do have to have a record who did the first and second. Who did the second on that? Mr. Butler, okay, good deal. All right, we have another resolution, Mr. Burton.
Good evening, Commissioners. Hopefully you've had a chance to look at the zoning resolution manual as well as the zoning map. And really, I'm just here to hopefully get approval for that. It's just a compilation, the zoning resolution manual is a compilation of all the amendments that have happened since 1993 when the zoning was passed. So we've now made sure all of those amendments are included in the zoning resolutions manual. And the zoning map was last updated in 2020, so So we've had a few rezonings since then, so we're bringing that zoning map up to date with the rezonings as well through this past year.
So moved, accept.
Second.
All right, motion been made, second. Any discussion on the motion? Any discussion for Mr. Burke?
I would like to say thank you for what you've done, sorry, because I know it's been a lot of work. Thank you for the office.
All right. Mr. Updating on the map, we don't need a roll call on that. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, like sign, please. All right, motion passed.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Burke. All right, now at this time, I'll turn it over to Commissioner Lanier and our budget chair, Mr. Lanier. Please, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Budget committee met prior to the meeting tonight. We'll go ahead and get the budget amendments out of the way before we get to first reading. Amendments, 7, 9, 10, 12, and 13 were approved by the budget committee with no need to go to the full commission. Budget amendment number 2 was tabled by the budget committee. So it's sitting on the table. So we will start with, number 1. We will have number 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 11. You can stop me for questions. Number 1, juvenile court. This has been revised. The debit should be on the fund balance, $7,900, and the credit is on other salaries and wages, $7,900. Reason justification, when Big Jones left, his payout left a shortfall in this line item. Number 3, ambulance department, deputy and part-time personnel, $52,000, overtime, $9,250, employee insurance, $18,050, and tires to $7,000. Crediting the supervisor line, $11,800, attendance, $20,250, state retirement, $12,500. Main and maintenance building, $5,000, maintenance and repair equipment, $15,000, gas, $20,000, and office equipment, $1,750, for a debit credit balance of $86,300. Any questions on 3?
Explain the supervisor 11,800.
This is line item transfers, but, Director, Thick Ben has, given some raises within his budget. One critical care paramedic was going to leave. He's retained her and also, moved her to a supervisor position, along with some raises, to the other paramedics and EMTs, depending on, which schedule they work. And I'm proud to say, as of right now, and that could have changed since I talked to him, he is one person short of fully staffed.
Good, thank you.
That's still direct, one person short of fully staffed, so thank you for all your hard work. But he's working within his budget, to get us where we need to be. Number 4, landfill. Deputy and laborers, $18,750, part-time personnel, $4,500, overtime, $1,000, state retirement, $9,000, employee insurance, $10,000, disability insurance, $5,000, and consultants, $12,250, and crediting contracts with private agencies, $45,000, maintenance and repair equipment, $6,200, uniforms, $1,100, and gravel and church, $8,200, for a debit credit, balance of $60,500, and that's all line item transfers within, Steve's budget.
What are the contracts with private agencies?
CMP, Commissioner Mayor, would be.
CMP, fire hall, things of that nature.
Thank you, sir. Any other questions on 4? Number 5, Hardeman County Sheriff's Office, deputy in vehicles 5,000, and the deputy pay line 15,000. Crediting vehicle maintenance and repair 20,000 for a debit credit balance of 20,000. That's line item transfers within the sheriff's budget to cover expenses remaining for FY 25-26. Number 6, register of deeds, deputy and part-time personnel 1,750, crediting travel 250, and office supplies 1,500 for a debit credit balance of 1,750. Line item transfers cleaned up the budget. And number 11, came to the commission because this is restricted fund, the sheriff's drug fund, deputy and law enforcement equipment 500, crediting travel 500. Line item transfers within that restricted fund. Any other questions on 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 11? If not, Mr. Chair, all right, motion to approve.
I make a motion to approve as read.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion been made, properly second. Any discussion? Discussion for our chair. All right, consider none, we need to move into roll call vote. Would Deputy Clerk, please, ma'am?
Wright,
Yes.
Williams.
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Yes.
Sane, Miller. Lanier,
Yes.
Blake. Yes. Fenimore. Jenkins,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Grantham,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Gallen,
Yes.
DeBear,
Yes.
Booker,
Yes.
Bell.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. On to first reading before we get to the county and, landfill. I've got some other things the budget committee discussed when we get to that, but we need to, approve the first reading for the highway department budget. You should have received it via email at some point. Casey's not here tonight, as I said, he's at a conference in Gatlinburg, but he will be here for second reading if you have any questions, or you can call him between then and now. Hopefully you have reviewed that budget. I believe he told me he has a deficit of about 600,000 roughly.
No.
Yeah. Actually, I believe it's less than it has been in the past, so. But there's no question, we need to approve the first reading of the highway department budget. But
Yeah, we'll take that separate. Is there a motion to approve Casey's highway budget?
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
motion been made, properly second. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, we need a roll call, that has been approved already for theirs, let's have a roll call, okay? Yes, the clerk, if you would.
Bell,
Yes.
Booker,
Yes.
Gallen,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Grantham.
Yes.
Hensley.
Yes.
Jenkins.
Yes.
Fenimore.
Yes.
Blake. Yes. Lanier,
Yes.
Miller. Sane, Vickers.
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Wright.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. A couple of things that could change before, second reading on the county's budget. The budget committee has been discussing for some time now a longevity plan for our employees. We've got employees that have been here 30 years, 40 years, 25 years, 20 years, and, their rate of pay doesn't really reflect that. And what we're looking to do, Ms. Linda will be getting this to you before second reading. The budget committee did give a positive recommendation for this, but basically what it would do, when an employee reaches 5 years, he or she would get a $500 bonus every year from 5 years to 10 years. At 10 years, it goes to 1,000. At 15 years, it goes to 1,500. And at 20 years, it goes to 2,000. And from 20 till they retire or leave the county's employment, they receive a $2,000 bonus, if you will. And we thought the best time to do it would be at Christmas. So that'll be coming to you for review. We looked at 3 different plans, and that one was the least liability for the county, versus giving an hourly rate, which would bring TCRS into effect. But we've been wanting to do something in effect for them for a long time, and we finally at a place we found we can do it. So that'll be coming to your attention for approval, but the budget committee did give a positive recommendation. I know the budget committee's members didn't go last night, but thank you to the ones who did go to the workshop. I heard it was good discussion, and some positive things came out of it. One of those things, the way the first reading sits right now, has a 2% increase for all county employees, and on the health insurance is at 90-10, a 10% cost to the employee. The budget committee changed that, or gives a positive recommendation to change it going into second reading, where there still will be a 2% cost of living increase, but it will be 95.5. The county will pay 95% of the healthcare cost, which is increasing by at least 5%, and the employee will pay 5%. Their net pay still does go up with that happening. And also, one of the budget committee members made a good point, and there may not be very many of these, but say somebody's spouse has insurance and they can be on there at no cost. If they're paying just this little bit for the county's insurance, they may opt out and go on their spouse's insurance, would save us with $9,034 a year, I think, is the number, if that were to happen. So that was a change that the budget committee gave a positive recommendation for. And I know there was some discussion last night on a couple of things coming from the Madam Clerk's office. That budget amendment for a bonus was tabled tonight, and then also the budget committee will be meeting with Clerk Riggs before second reading about that, and then rates of pay in her office. I'll just put it that way. So, and once we meet with her, depending on how that goes, if need be, I'll go into further detail, but that's where that stands. So with that being said, Ms. Linda will be giving us a binded budget where hopefully you can go through, if you see any typos, if you have any questions, contact Ms. Linda in the mayor's office. I want to thank her for all her hard work. She's worked diligently on this budget. She's made it easier, much easier on the budget committee. But if you have any questions or see a mistake, contact her, Mayor Pulse, myself, Commissioner Sane, Commissioner Hensley, and then of course Ms. Sharon Murray, Mr. Richard Clark on the budget committee as well. Thank all of you for your hard work as well. So with that being said, any questions for approval of first reading? Obviously, it's first reading. We can still make changes before second reading in June. Budget committee will definitely meet before the commission meeting in June. I don't think we'll have to have one in between. If we need to, we will. Please call with any questions or concerns. No questions, Mayor. Entertain a motion to approve county general landfill restrictions and all, everything taken all together, right? Yeah, yes, sir, for first reading. Is there a motion to approve on the first reading?
Make motion to approve the first reading of budget.
Second.
Motion made second, Commissioner Butler. All right. Yes.
Clifford,
Yes.
DeBerry,
Yes.
Galvin,
Yes.
Gillum,
Yes.
Grantham,
Yes.
Hensley,
Yes.
Jenkins,
Yes.
Kennemore,
Yes.
Blake,
Yes.
Lanier,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Zane,
Yes.
Vickers,
Yes.
Williams,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
All right, motion passes. All right, we'll move on, briefly here to mayor's report. I do want to say, I see Director White back there in the library. The city and the county have been working together, as all of you know, and our commissioner for the library board, Commissioner Weems. I met with, Mayor Tizzy, and we've agreed to extend that agreement that we've had in place. It's actually already in effect. When an agreement says in real estate, in a contract where it is successive in term, that means it keeps going in terms so long as you meet those obligations. So those obligations have been met, of course, with the state. That is what that means, it's successive in term. So we're just going to extend that then for this coming year. Everything is still in effect, and we'll get that to you next reading, next month. Just want to remind everybody about the Southwest Human Resource Program, about our summer food program, the elder care, utility assistance, home renovations. They also do trust and wills, have different services for the veterans, of course. And I want to say how glad we are to be a part of the Southwest Human Resource Agency. They help people that need help. I've seen it firsthand. I know what they do, and we appreciate that. And the funding, of course, is so much from the state, and Pastor Shaw, Representative Shaw, we thank you, sir, for the help that you do with that particular program as well. The signs for the election commission, Commissioner Wright, they are here, so we're going to get those up, so they did come in for that. There's a couple of things. We did have, if you remember a few months ago, we passed a resolution for Sergeant Island, renaming the bridge. That has come back from the state, so we can ratify that next month. All it takes is for the county commission to ratify that, and then we'll be working on the signs. And then there's a gentleman, his family has contacted me, Mr. Wyman, is a veteran, 20-year veteran. He was also a law enforcement. He was a deputy for several years here. He was hurt in an accident, and subsequently he succumbed to those injuries and a few years ago. So they had asked me about doing also a honorary, I guess, park right there in front of their home. They'll be bringing in some information maybe next month or two, because we have to wait. When the legislature goes back in, I'm not sure when they approve those. Is it early in the year, or maybe January?
At any time you send them. Once the legislature put back in session, you can send them early. The earlier you send them, the quicker you get them back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll have them here then next month to make that presentation, of course. So, congratulations. We have an election for our primaries. Congratulations to all the winners, and appreciate all the hard work that everybody's put into that. And I want to remind everybody that we have a general coming up, but be respectful. All the candidates and all the people vying for a position. Our county deserves more people that are running for an office or already in office, or anybody to run somebody down and tear them down. Leaders don't tear people down. Leaders bring people together. So I want everybody to remember that. But good luck in your races. And the next thing we have is a report, but Dale is not here tonight. He did send something in the packet for the update. I do want to make note that one of the lawsuits from the gentleman and wife, they are cleaning up that particular property. I believe there's already started the process on that, so that's good. But you have that there in front of you. Is there any other business that needs to be brought before this commission?
Question on that, how much does that cost us as today?
About, he's cleaning it up, so.
That costs the county anything?
It was a judge's order. We had to clean that up.
I think he's being cited because he has property city, and he's moving some of the cars to the lots in the city.
Okay. So then it will be a city issue.
Yeah,
So-
I think they cited him today before.
Yeah. Then it will be that municipalities zoning, right, would then turn around and take place in the secondary. All right. if
I
there's
have a
none,
question, since we was talking about the bridge and on there, what's the status on, Allen?
Yeah, that's been good.
It's been, okay.
We have to, that's what.
Was that the one you were saying, that we put, oh, okay, my apologies, I didn't know this one you were saying, Allen, okay.
Mayor, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
I brought it up several meetings ago about our vehicles that the county owns, without any kind of lettering on them.
Right.
Where we at on that? I mean,
We haven't put any lettering that we've got from, we haven't put any lettering on it yet, I think we want to do something for, the ambulance, and then for the maintenance, contracts, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's nothing but a county seal, just something
Yeah.
people know, they gotta pay for those things.
Yeah, we've got to do one for, the ambulance, and then I think for the maintenance, we're gonna do that.
Move it, John.
Second.